Imagine you are a Polish political prisoner. The year is 1942. You are trapped inside a massive fortress of absolute death. The fortress is located in occupied Poland. The German SS soldiers call this terrible place Auschwitz. You wear a very thin prison uniform. The uniform has dirty blue and white stripes. You wear heavy wooden shoes. The wooden shoes hurt your bare feet every single day. You do not have a real human name anymore. You are simply prisoner number 918. Your real name is Kazimierz Piechowski. You are a brave young Polish Boy Scout. You are incredibly hungry. Your empty stomach hurts constantly. You work outside in the freezing wet mud. You work outside under the hot summer sun. You watch innocent people die every single hour. You watch the armed German SS guards beat starving Polish prisoners with heavy wooden sticks. You watch the dark smoke rise from the massive brick chimneys. You live in a state of absolute pure terror. You pray for survival every single morning. The German SS guards use a terrible psychological weapon against the prisoners. They use a strict rule of collective military punishment. The rule is very simple and incredibly bloody. If one single Polish prisoner escapes the camp, the German SS guards will brutally punish the others. The German SS guards will select 10 random Polish prisoners. The German SS guards will line these 10 innocent men against a black brick wall. The German SS guards will shoot all 10 men with heavy rifles. This terrible rule completely stops individual escapes. The Polish prisoners actively police themselves. The Polish prisoners do not want to cause the brutal murder of their innocent friends. You know this bloody rule very well. You never think about escaping the camp. You just try to survive one more dark day in the mud. You have a very good friend inside the massive camp. His name is Eugeniusz Bandera. Eugeniusz is a brilliant Polish mechanic. He works every day in the main camp garage. He fixes broken military cars for the top German SS officers. Eugeniusz has special access to secret places in the camp. One dark day, Eugeniusz discovers a terrible secret document. He finds a hidden piece of paper on a German wooden desk. The paper contains a long list of human names. It is an official German SS execution list. Eugeniusz reads the names. Eugeniusz sees his own name printed on the secret list. Eugeniusz knows his life is completely over. He will be executed at the black brick wall in a few short days. Eugeniusz comes to you in absolute panic. He begs you for help. You make a massive personal decision. You decide to help your friend escape his death sentence. You know you must also escape with him. You cannot stay behind and face the angry German SS guards. You face a massive tactical problem. You cannot simply run away into the dark forest. If you simply run away, the German SS guards will kill 10 innocent Polish prisoners. You must invent a completely perfect escape plan. You must trick the German SS guards completely. You must leave the camp without triggering the bloody collective punishment rule. You realize a brilliant and dangerous psychological truth. You realize the German SS guards respect absolute military authority above all else. The German SS guards follow strict orders blindly. You decide to exploit this massive psychological weakness. You decide to steal the identity of your absolute worst enemy. You decide to become a fake German SS officer. A German SS officer driving out of the camp does not trigger the punishment rule. You form a small secret team. You recruit 2 more brave Polish prisoners. Their names are Stanislaw Jaster and Joseph Lempart. Joseph is a quiet Polish priest. Stanislaw is a brave young fighter. Your small team has exactly 4 desperate men. You spend many long, dark nights whispering in the wooden barracks. You create a highly complex military operation. The operation requires perfect timing. The operation requires absolute human courage. You choose a very specific day for the massive escape. You choose a quiet Saturday afternoon. The specific date is June 20th, 1942. You know the daily routines of the German SS guards very well. You know the German SS guards relax on Saturday afternoons. Many German SS guards drink cold beer. The camp is slightly less guarded. This is your only tiny window of opportunity. The massive escape plan begins with a simple pile of dirty garbage. The main camp is divided into different highly secure zones. You must move your team from the inner prison zone to the outer storage zone. You cannot simply walk through the massive gates. You build a heavy wooden cart. You fill the wooden cart with dirty kitchen garbage. You fill it with rotting potatoes and old food scraps. You and your friends push the heavy cart through the thick mud. You wear your dirty striped uniforms. You keep your shaved heads bowed low. You push the cart directly toward the famous main gate. The iron gate has a massive metal sign. The sign reads, Arbeit macht frei. Heavily armed German SS guards stand at the iron gate. You push the cart right up to the armed guards. You tell the German SS guards a simple lie. You say you belong to a special work group. The German SS guards call this a commando. You say you are taking the garbage to the outer storage area. The German SS guards look at the dirty garbage. The German SS guards look at your dirty faces. The German SS guards believe your simple lie. They open the massive iron gate. You push the cart through the gate. You successfully pass the very first deadly barrier. You enter the outer storage zone of the camp. This zone contains massive brick buildings. These buildings hold massive amounts of stolen supplies. You push the wooden cart toward a very specific storage building. This specific building holds the personal uniforms and weapons of the German SS officers. You leave the garbage cart outside in the dirt. You walk carefully around to the back of the brick building. You find a small, dark coal chute. The coal chute leads down into the dark basement. You previously loosened a heavy metal bolt on the chute door. You pull the heavy metal door open. You climb down into the pitch-black coal cellar. Your three friends climb down closely behind you. You are completely covered in thick, black coal dust. The coal dust gets in your nose. The coal dust turns your hands completely black. You walk quietly through the dark basement. You find the wooden stairs leading up to the main floor. You use a small, stolen metal tool. You pry open the heavy wooden door. You step into the main storage room. The large storage room is completely silent. The room is filled with long rows of wooden shelves. The shelves hold hundreds of crisp green German SS uniforms. The shelves hold shiny black leather boots. The shelves hold heavy black leather belts. The room also holds heavy wooden racks of military weapons. You see loaded German military pistols. You see heavy German assault rifles. You see deadly German hand grenades. You quickly take off your dirty striped prison clothes. You wash the black coal dust off your face and hands. You pick up a high-ranking green German SS officer uniform. You put the green wool pants on your legs. You put the green wool jacket over your shoulders. You button the shiny silver metal buttons. You put the shiny black leather boots on your feet. You put a heavy silver helmet on your head. The helmet has a terrible silver skull on the front. You strap a heavy loaded pistol to your waist. Your three friends do the exact same thing. You transform completely in a few short minutes. You no longer look like starved Polish prisoners. You look exactly like elite German SS officers. You look completely terrifying. Eugenius leaves the storage building entirely alone. He wears a sharp German SS uniform. He walks confidently across the open camp courtyard. He walks directly toward the main camp garage. He is a highly trusted mechanic. The other walking German SS guards ignore him completely. Eugenius enters the large garage building. He looks at the parked German military vehicles. He does not want a slow transport truck. He wants the absolute best car in the entire massive camp. He walks up to a massive luxury car. The car is a Steyr 220. The Steyr 220 has 4 doors. It has a massive and incredibly powerful engine. It is painted a dark military gray. It has shiny silver metal bumpers. It has comfortable brown leather seats. This specific luxury car belongs to a very important man. The car belongs to Rudolf Höss. Rudolf Höss is the top German SS commandant of the entire Auschwitz camp. He is the most powerful and cruel man in the entire fortress. Eugenius pulls a secret copied metal key from his uniform pocket. He previously copied the key using a simple piece of soft metal. He puts the fake key into the ignition. He turns the metal key. The massive engine roars loudly. Eugenius drives the commandant's gray car out of the garage. He drives it directly toward the storage building. You wait nervously outside the storage building with Stanislav and Joseph. You see the massive gray car approaching through the dust. You feel a massive wave of pure adrenaline. Eugenius stops the gray car exactly in front of you. You open the heavy metal door. You sit down in the comfortable front passenger seat. You place your heavy German rifle directly between your knees. Stanislaw and Joseph climb into the spacious back seats. They hold loaded German rifles tightly in their hands. Stanislaw reaches into his green wool pocket. He feels a small, folded piece of thin paper. This paper is incredibly important. It is a secret military intelligence report. The report was written by another brave Polish prisoner named Witold Pilecki. The report details the massive atrocities happening inside the camp. Stanislaw is smuggling this critical report out to the free world. You look at Eugenius. You nod your head silently. Eugenius puts the Steyr 220 into gear. He presses the gas pedal. The stolen gray car drives slowly away from the storage building. You drive along the wide dirt roads of the camp. You look out the clean glass windows. You see hundreds of starving Polish prisoners working in the deep mud. The Polish prisoners see the commandant's massive gray car. The Polish prisoners immediately take off their hats. The Polish prisoners bow their heads in absolute total fear. You feel a strange and terrible emotion in your chest. You look exactly like the monsters who torture your people every day. You pass several walking German SS guards. The walking German SS guards stop moving instantly. They snap to rigid military attention. They salute the massive gray car. They believe a high-ranking German SS officer is sitting comfortably inside. They do not know 4 terrified Polish prisoners are hiding behind the clear glass. The brilliant psychological disguise is working perfectly, but the absolute most dangerous test is still ahead of you. Eugeniusz steers the gray car toward the absolute final security barrier. This barrier is the only thing separating you from total physical freedom. The barrier is a massive, heavy wooden pole. The wooden pole is painted with bright black and white stripes. A small brick guardhouse sits right next to the pole. 2 heavily armed German SS guards stand directly in front of the guardhouse. They wear heavy steel helmets. They hold heavy submachine guns. They watch every single vehicle that leaves the camp. Eugeniusz slows the massive car down. He drives the gray car right up to the heavy wooden pole. You expect the German SS guards to immediately lift the pole. You expect them to easily recognize the commandant's famous luxury car. You expect them to simply wave you through the final gate. The heavy wooden pole does not move. The pole stays completely down. The Steyr 220 stops entirely in front of the wooden barrier. The powerful engine idles loudly. The 2 German SS guards stand perfectly still. They look at the dark gray car. They look through the glass windshield. They see 4 men wearing German SS uniforms. But they do not lift the pole. They are following very strict military orders. Their orders say they must check the official paper passes of every single vehicle. Even the commandant's car must be officially checked by the guards. The tension inside the car becomes absolutely suffocating. Your heart beats incredibly fast against your ribs. You sweat heavily under your thick green wool jacket. The cold sweat drips down your face. You feel absolute pure terror in your stomach. If the German SS guards ask for your paper passes, you are completely dead. You do not have any official paper passes. If they discover your true identities, they will pull you violently out of the car. They will drag you directly to the black brick wall. They will shoot you immediately. They will execute 10 innocent Polish prisoners for your crime. You have only a few short seconds to make a final decision. You realize you must use the ultimate psychological weapon. You must use the raw power of pure German military authority. The entire German military system is built on absolute fear of superior officers. Lower-ranking guards are terrified of high-ranking officers. Lower-ranking guards are terrified of making an officer angry. You take a very deep breath. You reach for the shiny metal door handle. You push the heavy car door open. You step out onto the hard dirt road. You stand up completely straight. You adjust your heavy silver helmet. You pull down your green wool jacket to look perfect. You look directly into the eyes of the terrified German SS guard. The guard looks at your shiny silver officer badges. The guard looks at your loaded pistol. You open your mouth. You speak the German language absolutely perfectly. You do not speak softly. You do not ask a polite question. You scream with absolute explosive fury. You channel every single ounce of hatred you have for the German SS into your loud voice. You yell loudly at the guard. You scream at the absolute top of your lungs. You yell, "Wake up, you stupid bastards! Open this gate right now! Open this gate or I will open you up myself!" Your voice echoes across the quiet security checkpoint. Your voice is filled with absolute deadly military menace. You act like a furious, high-ranking German SS commander. You act like you are ready to execute the guard right there in the mud. The psychological trick works absolutely perfectly. The German SS guard completely panics. The guard is totally overwhelmed by your aggressive screaming. The guard forgets his strict orders about the paper passes. The guard only cares about avoiding the terrible anger of a superior officer. The guard instantly drops his heavy submachine gun. The guard frantically grabs the heavy iron crank. The guard spins the crank as fast as he possibly can. The massive wooden pole slowly rises into the air. The path to freedom is completely open. You do not smile. You do not show any physical relief. You maintain your angry disguise perfectly. You step back inside the luxury car. You slam the heavy metal door shut. You look straight ahead. Eugeniusz immediately presses the gas pedal down hard. The powerful engine roars to life again. The heavy gray car speeds directly under the raised wooden pole. The car drives out onto the open civilian road. You watch the terrible death camp disappear completely in the rearview mirror. You leave the thick barbed wire fences behind forever. You leave the tall wooden watchtowers behind forever. You drive incredibly fast down the empty country roads. You do not stop for many long miles. You eventually drive the stolen car deep into a thick green forest. You hide the massive car under heavy green tree branches. You abandon the heavy vehicle in the quiet woods. You take off the green German SS uniforms. You throw the silver helmets into the deep mud. You split up into different directions. You disappear completely into the beautiful Polish countryside. You are finally and completely free. The German SS commanders discover the massive escape a few hours later. The German SS commanders are absolutely furious. The German SS commanders are completely humiliated. 4 simple Polish prisoners stole their clean uniforms. 4 simple Polish prisoners stole their best weapons. 4 simple Polish prisoners stole the personal car of the absolute top camp commander. The Polish prisoners completely outsmarted the entire massive security system. The most important fact is the collective punishment rule. The German SS commanders cannot use the bloody rule. The rule says 10 Polish prisoners must die if a Polish prisoner escapes over the fence. But technically, 4 German SS officers drove out the main gate. The German SS guards opened the gate for them. The Polish prisoners in the camp are not punished. You successfully saved Eugeniusz without murdering innocent people. The brilliant plan worked perfectly. The escape forces the German SS to make a massive permanent change. The German SS realizes they cannot easily identify escaping prisoners. They realize prisoners can easily steal uniforms and pretend to be guards. The German SS needs a permanent physical mark on the bodies. The German SS decides to start tattooing blue ink numbers directly onto human skin. They tattoo the numbers onto the arms of every single registered prisoner. They do this specifically because of your brilliant escape. Your massive psychological victory changes the history of the camp forever. Your brave friend Stanislav successfully delivers the secret intelligence report to the Polish underground army. The outside world learns more dark truths about the massive death factory. You survive the entire brutal war. You live to tell the incredible story of the stolen gray car. You prove that human courage can defeat absolute evil. You prove that a brilliant mind can break through the thickest concrete walls. You prove that a simple, aggressive shout can open the heaviest iron gate. You are Kazimierz Piechowski. You are the man who drove out of hell in the devil's own car.